All
Okay,
right, so I'll let you go ahead and start with your main premise.
just because. Okay, since it's on recording, we're just gonna tell. We're gonna let the people know what the matchup is.
All right.
This is Red Hood. This is Red Hood. Which version of Red Hood are you using?
I'm going to be using both Rebirth, both Post Crisis, and New 52.
Damn. Okay. I'm using Elektra Nachios from Marvel from the 616 comic. Okay, so Nyotic, you wanna go first?
Now I'll let you go first.
I think that Elektra would win because she's stronger. She should be she should be as fast if not faster. She's probably more durable. But I would assert that she's much more skilled than than Red Hood, and and she has and her gear could like and her gear would clutch the victory. That's my opinion.
All right. All right.
You
Sorry.
okay? But you okay over there?
Yeah, I don't know what all that was. Anyway, so my premise is going to be that Jason Todd, or of course Red Hood, whose whose car
Don't
is that?
cross the street. Don't mind the car.
Okay.
I can't do anything.
All
I
right.
can't do anything about that.
All right.
It'll come up
So
eventually.
I hope so. Somebody out here getting robbed. All right. So my main premise is going
Okay,
to
it's
be
gone. It's
that
gone. It's gone. Okay.
I
Main
am going
premise.
to assert that Red Hood has better. I'm going to assert that he is stronger than Electrica, and I'm also going to assert that he is also as skilled or potentially more skilled than her. Combined with his gear, that should give him the edge over Electrica and give him the victory.
Okay. So let's get it popping. Okay. So are we gonna begin with strength right quick?
Yeah, we'll begin with just like AP strength.
Okay. For electric strength, let's see what's a good feat I can use. For electric strength, I'm going to use that she has consistently been able to punch and rip through the human body. Because okay, first thing I'm going to drop this is her ripping out someone's heart with her bare hands. Next is or where is it? Okay, next is her punching through another man's stomach and this same bulletproof body armor. And
All right.
she's able to like punch through that. Uh, and,
Okay.
she's also able. Where was this? Uh, it, God damn, where was it? Mm, shit. Hold on.
All right.
Okay. So here she throws her sai into a man's gun so hard. Not only does his hand not only does the force of her throwing the sai into his gun take off his hand, but it actually goes through his chest. Yeah.
All right.
And that's some of her base strength. And and uh that's just some of her like physical strength. Oh, also she has shattered a man's jaw with just four, which is pretty impressive.
For just or what?
She crushed a man's jaw with just her grip strength because
Uh-huh.
with just her grip strength she's able to like crush a man's jaw.
Okay.
And she's also snapped steel chains. That's the last one I'm gonna post for her raw strength.
All right. for Jason's
Post the last. Hold on, let me just post this
oh,
last
okay.
one, just to
All
give
right.
some of her like raw strength feats. Okay, that's all Skins are gonna show for now.
All right. For Jason's rush strength, we have feats of him. Of course, I'm gonna post all the skins after I get finished talking about this.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, so he's been able to do things like punch through underwater. No, I don't know what I said. He's been be able to punch through submarine hulls before. He's been able to flip Bane, and Bane weighs about 200 to about 300 pounds, somewhere around there. He's been able to hurt people such as Artemis, who was able to tank attacks from Bizarro and able to hurt Bizarro. And yeah, I think that should be good enough to just like show that how strong. Oh yeah, also he's been able to break out of Supergirl's grip multiple times. The first time she wasn't expecting it, so you can say that she was just off guard when he escaped from her grip. But the second time, she was fully expecting that, and he still broke out of her grip. And also, even if Electrica somehow has the
Elektra.
Electra, even if Electra somehow has the strength or speed advantage over him, he has Venom. It's not like the Venom that Bane has, but it's more like a superior that allows him to just
You know,
like boost himself.
I was just about to mention that actually. But
Yeah.
like he used Venom to break out of Supergirl's grip, but like it's like I'm pretty sure he doesn't like carry that around everywhere with him since he doesn't have the Venom with him all the time. Otherwise, he would have been able to beat people like Batman and Nightwing if he carried the Venom with him all the time. So I doubt he carries that. So I doubt that Venom that he. I doubt that Venom is like standard equipment for like stuff that he just carries all the time with him. For like
All right, dude.
that's to address the Venom. That's to address like the Venom point.
All right. You know that's fine because with the feats I presented, I believe that he's still physically superior than her anyway. So let me just get these skins for you. Yeah, I don't think I need to post the Supergirl one.
Mind me. Could you repeat the last thing you just said?
Who, me?
Me?
No, Nyotic. The last thing
Okay.
you just said.
Oh, I was saying that with the feats I presented, I think he should be physically superior than her, even without the Venom. All right, yeah, just let me get these skins with him. What is it called? With Artemis. If I can even find it. Oh, gallery's a mess. Where is it?
Okay. Would you like me to wait, or do you like me to like address those?
Go ahead and address them. I was gonna go ahead and post these two.
Okay. Okay, those feats are actually very impressive. Actually. So how wait, so wait, hold on. Is he actually like punching the submarine, or did he like use like a grenade or something, or did he like
No,
do
he
it
actually
off?
punched. Yeah, he actually punched through it.
Could you like okay? Could you like quantify that? If
I can't.
maybe
I can't quantify how strong it takes to punch a submarine hull, but it's punching through a submarine hull. Like that's pretty strong. Where's that Artemis
so
one?
what I have for that? Mm,
Please don't tell me I deleted this Artemis scan because that was hard to find. All right, looks like I just got to go find a whole comic.
sure, I'll wait. I'll get some stuff while you do.
All right, because I swear I had the Artemis scan. All right, chapter 11.
Where did I put that? So, like, what's the feat you're about to present?
Him, of course, taking attacks from a character called Artemis. She's basically what is it called? An Amazon, like Wonder Woman, but she's of course way weaker.
Yeah,
He
I
was
know
take
the Amazons.
Yeah, he was basically taking multiple hits from her. Um, and she was capable of doing things like hurting Bizarro, making him bleed.
Okay, I have
Uh,
that. Damn, where is this fucking scan?
I hope it's just.
Uh, where, hmm, well, I'll just, I'll just wait for
For.
you. Oh no, I'm just looking for something while I'm waiting for you. If you
Oh, okay.
mind, if you don't mind.
All right, I'm fine with that. Let's see if it was Rebirth, not the new 52. No, wasn't this one? Maybe it was the 2016 run. I have always taken scans of her, and I'll just need Red Hood like that. All right, let's see
Okay,
this coming.
okay, I think this is it. Okay. So did you find it yet?
I found I have the scans of her, of course, tanking attacks from Bizarro, but I can't find the one of him tanking attacks from Artemis. So I guess I'll just drop that point because I
Oh,
can't
okay.
find it.
Yeah, that's cool. So okay, so I might as well just give what I have. Okay, so for Alexa, so the kind of thing for Electra. Where's the first one? She killed the Super Scroll, and let's see, where was it? And this, okay, and this same Super Scroll had the power, power of Ghost Rider, and had like all the power of Ghost Rider, and she was able to kill him. She was able to kill this, and she was able to kill. She also kills like a clone of herself. And also, she has been able to use a force to where they can actually stab through hulks. Like, okay, so in the first one, this one, she uses her eye to stab through through through. Right now. Here she
Okay.
stabs through. And also stabs. She's like the regular Green Hulk. She's been able to step to cause.
Like, can you repeat that? Because you kind of like your
Okay.
mic cut out.
Okay. I said she stabbed through the Green Hulk's eyes, and and
Okay.
and finally, finally stabbed. She stabbed the Red Hulk. She stabbed Red, and then okay, found it. She stabbed like the Red. She stabbed Red Hulk in like the neck, which her size are so sharp that the Red Hulk theorizes that they're made something similar to vibranium, not vibranium, adamantium, because
Okay.
because of how easily it can stack. So I believe with those feats, she can, which is more than enough. She can actually stab through his arm. Considering they have consistently stabbed through Hulks, it's like stabbed through Red Hulk, stabbed through Red She-Hulk, and stabbed through the regular Hulk.
All right.
And there's no stab through Red Hulk.
Okay, so I thankfully, oh my god, I don't know how I did it, but I went back, found my scans for, of course, her, what is it called? Jason type basically taking her punches. Let me just post it. Yeah, I know he's being damaged in it, but literally after this, he gets right back up. I can also post the scans of that, of what's happening after it. His helmet got a little bit damaged. All right, I'll post after it.
Yeah, you can post that part because he looks like he's getting fucked up. So, yeah, I think you should post that scan too. He looks like he's getting fucked up.
Okay. All right. So let me post it. What is All right. So after that, he intentionally lets her pull on his shirt so he can shock her with his shock. I don't know what to call it, but and then after that, like a few pages later, he starts fighting with her once again. So he wasn't really taking that much damage from her in the first place. And I'll post scans of her doing things like taking hits from Bizarro, and of course hurting Bizarro. Let me just download them.
Wait, hold on. So he's like, wait, are you trying to say that I might be wrong? But are you trying to say that his normal body durability scales above his helmet? Because that's what it sounds like to me. I'm probably misinterpreting that, but that's what it sounds like.
I mean, I'm just saying that, like,
Or you want to post?
Oh, go ahead, Vitor.
So would you allow Roman to be a judge since he's here, or?
I'm too tired to judge. I can't focus, man. I'm just watching.
Okay, that's cool. But okay, we've been requested to post this in comic debates. You want to do that, Nyotic? Okay.
Not. All right, post these, and then I'll get in. All right. All right. So of course, there's this guy. Body like skills above his equipment, but it should be noted that even though his helmet did get hit, he was still capable of what is it called? He was still capable of course, devising a plan to shock her, and then immediately after that, start fighting her once again. So it should be more of a durability feat for his armor, how it shielded him from all of these attacks like that. But his regular body is still pretty durable too, of course. But this is more of a feat for his armor, I guess you can say.
Okay. So with that, I would argue that her size could stab through his helmet, since they've been consistently stabbed, since they've consistently penetrated the skin and the fact that it was theorized to be similar to adamantium. I would assert that they have that the material is at least similar to that of adamantium. Therefore, it might have, possibly to a lesser degree, a form of durability negation. So I believe that her size could stab through his helmet, and unlike the Artemis feat where she's just punching it to crack it open, if if Elektra lands like a blow and lands like a stab on his helmet like that, it's gonna go right through his skull into his brain. So that's what I'm able to assert.
Okay, that's fine. I don't think that she's gonna be able to be fast enough to do that anyway. But so we can go ahead and go into speed.
So are we done with the whole strength thing now?
Yeah, we're done with strength.
Okay, let's go into speed. Okay, since I started the strength point, you can start the speed.
All right, so what is his name? Jason has been able to keep up, dodge attacks, and keep up and dodge attacks from people such as Artemis multiple times. I already posted this again. I'll post it again because I don't think you saw it. Of course, here he's right here, blow, dodging a scythe. I mean, not scythe, an X blow from Artemis himself. So we have that, and she's been able to do things like blitz. What is his face? Bizarro. And she's been able to keep up with a casual in a fight. She's been able to land hits on her, like tackle her and all that real good stuff. So there's that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like way faster than light, just based off that scaling.
Oh god. Okay, here I go. Okay, for starters. Elektra, just for a start, she has been able to deflect multiple bullets, like 5 ton of bullets, from like a machine gun and a pistol, just to give just to give her a good base feat, and and
Okay.
and scaling a bit higher than that is to where she steals the Punisher's gun from his hand while she's like standing right in front of him. The Punisher is very similar to Red Hood. It's where they both use guns as a primary method of combat, and they're both willing to kill. So she's able to steal his gun and she's able to like steal his gun while she's like right in front, and to scale it even higher. Wolverine was was shocked and utterly dumbfounded by how fast Elektra is. This is the same Wolverine who has been able to keep up with characters like the Hulk, and Thor, and those characters has been able to keep up with like the Silver Surfer. So I'm able to assert that she can keep up with him in speed, if not be like faster than him. And also she's also tagged Spider-Man before, and this is the same Spider-Man that has been able to like this is the same Spider-Man that has been able to like blitz characters like Thor, like Thor, and she's able to land with another strike and a kick to the side. And Spider-Man has blitzed people like Thor and his dodge light speed attacks and even made a joke about it. So that's what I have for her speed.
All right. Is she actually hitting Spider-Man?
Oh yeah, that's Spider-Man. She kicks him right in the face.
It looks like he dodges it. I don't know.
Look. Ignore the first panel. She lands like a pressure point to his arm, and then lands a direct kick to the back of his head, which you then see drops him. And Spider-Man is durable enough to take hits from characters like the Hulk and the Juggernaut. So that's
All right, so for the Spider-Man one, Spider-Man holds back massively on humans. I mean, he's let people such as, what is his name, Kingpin, land attacks on him before Spider-Man was actually trying. Elektra would have been killed instantly. Also, nerve strikes. Like, I'm pretty sure they ignore durability. So I don't think her scaling to Spider-Man really isn't feat because of how he always is holding back against humans. And also, the Wolverine one is fine, but I think Red Hood scaling to Artemis, who was able to fight with a casual Wonder Woman, is like way way better than fighting on par with Wolverine. So I think Jason has a speed advantage. So anything else you want to say till we move to durability?
Just for like, let me stop this going on quick. Just to like give her like a bit more stuff. With the speed. What else do I have with the speed? She has also. Where was it? Well, I do believe that her speed is comparable as she's hit character as she's been able to tag character as she's been able to tag Hulks, which scale Hulk, which scale the Silver Surfer, and Wolverine, who has scaled who does scale the Silver Surfer, considering he's been able to tag four before. So like, and since she is able to like land hits on Spider-Man at all, and Spider-Man has precognition. So judging off of that, I would say even if Red Hood is faster than her, which I don't really believe, even if Red Hood is faster than her, she is capable of dealing with faster characters, like how she was able to land hits on Sp- on Spider-Man before, and even like dominate Wolverine in like in a context of speed. So yeah, that's all I have for that. We can move on to durability.
Well, can you post a scanner for of course constantly tagging the Hulk?
Hmm?
Can you post a scanner for like constantly tagging the Hulk?
Well, I said tag the Hulks. Well, if I didn't say that, I said tag Hulks. Like
Yeah,
red,
yeah, tag
like
them.
yeah, like I said, she's tagged Hulks. Like red she like let me see what I posted in the past. Like red She Hulk, she's tagged, and red Hulk, and the actual Hulk. So she's tagged 3 Hulks before.
Wait, she tagged the actual Hulk, like the green one?
Oh yeah, like in okay, if you go back to Generals, just saying Elektra stabs the Hulk eyes. That is the green. That is the big green Hulk, and she ran up on him and stabbed him and stabbed him in the eyes. Even if you don't want to use that, she's still stabbed people like Red She Hulk and Red Hulk, and Red Hulk has fought against the Green Hulk before. Oh, she's also like disappeared before. She's also like disappeared before Ghost Rider and Red Hulk's eyes before they she like literally disappeared in front of them. It's almost like she pulled a Batman.
Okay. Just to like you said, like she disappeared like in front of Ghost Rider. Jason has disappeared like straight up in Supergirl's point of view before, so that's comparable. And also with the one with Elektra stabbing out the Green Hulk's eyes, I don't actually see her stabbing his eyes. He's in pain, but I don't actually see her like stabbing his eyes.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me see if I can get a more specific picture on. Let me get a specific screenshot on that. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Oh, and also that Spider-Man, I still don't think that she scales out outside Spider-Man because he even says that he just wants to talk in that scan. And like I said before, Spider-Man just like holds massively back on humans. People such as Kingpin has been able to land attack.
Give me a second. I correct. Okay. Back to the whole Spider-Man thing. Just let me post the Red Hulk thing right quick.
All right.
Just give me a second. Okay. Okay. This is a more specific one. This is her actually stabbing the Hulk's eyes, and
All
back
right.
with
Thank you.
back with the whole Spider-Man thing. Since Elektra has been able to tag Hulks before, and 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 Red Hulk and the actual Hulk have fought Spider-Man before, and Spider-Man knows that since the Hulks are much stronger than him, that he can't hold back in his usual way. So he's going so I would assert that he's going all out against them, against Red, the actual Hulk, and Elektra is still able to land stabs on them. So I wouldn't say maybe in that way she's comparable to Spider-Man. So is there anything else? Or are we
Okay.
gonna move on to durability?
I'm
Or is
just
there
gonna say
anything
that
else?
Spider-Man like normally blitzes all the Hulks and they can't even touch him normally. But I think we should move on from speed.
Well, I do have a scan of Hulk sending Spider-Man flying to the wayside. If you would like,
Outlier. Anyway, we can move on to speed.
Quick
it's
question.
not really an outlier since I could show Hercules stuff.
I have a
Oh,
question. You weren't debating. You said you were gonna post the other thing.
Which
Claire,
thing?
not Electra actually hit Hulk's eyes. Could I see that? You said you were gonna post this. I was just wondering.
it's in comment debates.
Yeah, it's in comic debates.
No, you said you were gonna post something else, like further showing that that was actually the case because Nyotic questioned it.
Are you talking about the stabbing Red Hulk's eyes right now?
Yeah.
I mean, not Red Hulk, the Hulk. Well, I did show like the whole entire scan in general, but Nardik read it. He said he didn't see the stabbing the eyes thing, so I decided to screenshot that specific stabbing the eyes for him.
Oh, okay, my bad. I was looking at the wrong track the whole time. Okay, continue on then. My bad.
So if you,
All right.
Nardik, if you would like, I could show you like the Hulk tagging Spider-Man, and also Hercules tagging Spider-Man before. But we could just move on to durability.
Yeah, I think we should move on to
Yeah,
durability.
We've been on speed for a good minute.
Yeah. All right. So
Okay.
you're fine with moving on to durability?
Do you want to move on to durability or skill?
I want to save skill for last because of how I know skill is going to be very long.
Yeah, we'll save it for the last because, God, that's gonna be long. But anyway, okay. That's gonna, okay. So who started the? You started the speed section, right? What was that mean?
Yeah, I start speed.
Okay, so I'll start with durability. Okay, what happened for durability? Okay, she she got blasted 3 times by a scroll with the power of Cyclops. She had the scroll. It had all of Cyclops' powers, and she was able to tank three three blasts from it. And also in the scan, she survived a hit from like the scroll from a scroll with the powers of Colossus. She was able to just like survive hit from it, but she also did outright tank a blast from from a scroll with Cyclops powers. These beams from Cyclops have actually was actually held back what, held back and harmed characters as strong as even World War Hulk. He was pushed back and harmed by these beams. There's also a statement that says that copy it right quick. Copy. Okay. There's also oh shit. Hold on.
Wait, my grandma won.
Okay. That's cool. Oh shit. Wrong channel. Let me delete this right quick. Oh, that's embarrassing. Okay.
No, I mean not. Oh, I'm sorry. I bet I was talking to my grandma still. What you were saying?
Okay, I hold on. I need to redo my stuff because I made a mistake. I posted them in the wrong chat. Damn it! I gotta start over. Okay, she survived. She survived being blasted 3 times twice by a scroll with powers of Cyclops, and she was able to tank those blasts. Now these beams from Cyclops are powerful enough that they've been able to hold and even harm characters such as World War Hulk before. Post that right. And also there was also a statement that stated that Cyclops' beams are powerful enough to rip a small planet in half. And for the final thing I have for Cyclops, maybe final thing, and it's also been that these beams from Cyclops are strong enough that can actually pulverize adamantium. Now, the scary thing about that is that World War Hulk, or at least Hulk in general, has consistently is not able to is not able to tear adamantium, but Cyclops' beams are strong enough to tear adamantium. And with the Super Skull Colossus, since the Super Skull does not of he wasn't holding back and was outright trying to kill Elektra. Since the Super doesn't have Cyclops' morals, he was going all out and trying to literally kill her. But yet Elektra was still able to tank these beams. Let's see what else I have. There was okay. She also okay. One time when she fought like Lady Bullseye, like Lady Bullseye, she was at the time she had the ability to go incorporeal or anyway to basically phasing through attacks. And like she actually took a stab. Like she got a giant English longsword that literally stabbed into her, and she was still able to defeat Lady Bullseye. She did this because she has the ability to actually move her organs around. So if Jason does get any hits in, she'll be able to move her organs around to make sure she doesn't get anything vital. So yeah, that's what I have for. That's what I have. Oh, one more thing. One more thing. She was also able to walk all the way to Daredevil's house after she was stabbed in the heart. And that's the last ability skin I'm gonna post for now. Okay, so that's all I got for right now.
All right, so I'm going to go over my durability feats, and then I'll go ahead and talk about yours. What this is an Jason has, of course, been able. His suit has been able to take hits from an Artemis that, of course, wasn't holding back, and Artemis has been capable of taking attacks from Wonder Man. Wait, was that Wonder Man? It's Wonder Man. I don't want to say. Yeah, from freaking Wonder Man. Yeah, Wonder Man. She's also been able to take attacks from a casual Wonder Woman, and of course, Jason's suit was able to keep up after a whole entire barrage from him. Oh yeah, she's also able to be able to blitz and stagger and hurt Bizarro. He's also been able to survive multiple explosions going off under. Let me post that one. He's also been able to survive a whole entire explosion going off underwater. Later, he came up. He survived it, of course. And yeah, so I posted my durability feat. So I'll now get into yours. All right. So the one about her, what is it called? Taking attacks from that Super Scroll.
Yeah.
even though that Super Squirrel was trying to kill her, nothing implies that he was going full power because of the fact that this casual, I mean not this casual, but this blast right here, it looks like it barely even scrapes her, and she's already coughing up blood, and then she can barely even stand up after another attack from him. And like you said, he was trying to kill her, but nothing implies that he was actually going all out. For example, in the next scan you posted, this Super Squirrel, or I don't know if it's Scott, but anyway, he says, I'm going full power or max power, and of course stuns the World Breaker Hulk. So I'm going to need other scans that can show that Elektra has that durability of World Breaker Hulk or near that. And let's see here. The thing about the Lady Bullseye, I don't really see how I see that more as endurance feat. Same with the her being stat art and be able to walk to Daredevil's house. Those sound more like an endurance feats than durability feats, because of the fact that she's still getting hurt by them, but she's just shrugging it off and powering through it. So I'm finished.
Just one more thing. What's this scan you posted?
Let me actually post a scan that was like before that. He was underwater. He was he was in a submarine, right? Then he punched the submarine's hull out, escaped, and the submarine blew up, and of course he got hit by it, but he's managed to survive, thankfully. He's not at the epicenter of it, more of like, but he still managed to, of course, survive getting hit by a pretty big explosion that blew up his whole submarine. And also, I also brought him up, of course, taking attacks from Artemis, be able to get back up without really no difficulty.
Is that everything right now?
Yeah, that's everything for me.
Okay. Let me address the whole Colossus thing. So it's like
Cool.
not Colossus thing, the whole Cyclops thing. I'm a bit confused of the point honestly I'm a bit confused of the point you're trying to make because even though the blast hit her and she was bleeding, she still took multiple blasts from a skull that had the exact same as Cyclops powers and was trying to kill her. But the thing is, you were also saying that even though the troll was trying to kill her, that it wasn't going all out. But that doesn't really make any sense because everyone knows how dangerous freaking Elektra is. She's claimed as the world's most dangerous assassin. Like hell, mercenaries like Backtrack would rather fight Captain America than her. So her reputation as being insanely deadly perceives her. So I don't understand why the Super Scroll was not holding back. But
Okay,
but
are you finished? All right, my
no,
bad.
I'm just gonna go through these points one at a time. So, and the scroll was literally trying to kill her, putting all his power in there to try and kill her, and she still took the blast. And still, Cyclops was also it's the same Cyclops that can even hurt characters like the Juggernaut and the Gleam State to like a small planet in half. And also, Cyclops' gleams can pulverize adamantium. And the Super Four was legit trying to kill her, trying to literally end her life. So I don't know why you would be holding back when you're trying to literally kill someone. So
Okay,
addressing like the endurance point you made. I I can see where you're coming from. But the fact that she didn't immediately drop dead from the stab, I honestly, I would still put it as like a durability feat. That and that and that and the heart stab, because if she had like low durability, like she would have just immediately dropped and died from these attacks. she'd have to have a good bit of durability to even stay conscious while she's being brutally stabbed. And finally, regarding the whole submarine thing, it's like I don't know how you could really use that. It's like it's pretty impossible to quantify how destructive the submarine blowing up was, especially how he wasn't at the epicenter of it. So I wouldn't really hold that in really high regard, and I would still say that's inferior to the whole Colossus scaling that. So yeah, that's my rebuttal to that.
Okay, so we got quite a crowd here.
Oh
All right,
shit!
all right. So for the Cyclops thing, wait, let me go ahead and like address the smaller point first with the whole submarine exploding.
Okay.
Like I said before, I can't quantify how powerful it is, and I know that he was at the epicenter, but it's still a durability. I don't know. Even if that isn't significant, he was still taking attacks from Artemis, who was able to hurt people like Bizarro and keep up with the casual Wonder Woman and hurt her. Also with the whole endurance thing, like I said before, the you brought up how she didn't immediately die. She had to have some durability still. I treat that as endurance. It's probably just more of like wording it like what we think differently as it of. I just think that it's endurance because she powered through it, didn't immediately die. Finally, the Cyclops thing. You said that he put all of her power into that blast and hit her, even though she can barely take one that scraped her. Like she's already coughing up blood, and just in the second one, she's already kneeling over, coughing up blood, about to die. So I don't go to those blasts at all. It's more of an endurance feat, to be honest. And also, I can go,
No.
I can go all out on somebody without killing them. And if like I said before, if he actually was going all out, then that would suggest that she has durability that is on the same level of Worldbreaker Hulk. So I'm going to need other consistent scans of her taking these attacks that can do things like hold back Worldbreaker Hulk. And like I said before, there's nothing to implicate that he was actually going 100% power on her. Like, for example, he wouldn't view her as the same threat as Worldbreaker Hulk. She's a regular peak human, while you're literally fighting a gigantic universe busting Hulk. So I don't see why he would use his max power on her instead of him. Like, it doesn't make much sense to me. So you can go ahead.
Okay, let me see if I have it in my feeds. Well, she was able to tank attacks. She did also like tank attacks from Taskmaster, who was strong enough to injure people like Thor. Let me see what else do I have. Also, she was able to. Oh, she was also able to. No, that's more like an AP feat. Ah, mm, hold on, just going. Wait, hold on. Going back to. Oh, okay. I have something. Okay. There was this one. There was this one. No, not this. She was able to fight against in Bullseye. She was by the power of the hand, and this same Bullseye has been able to stagger people like like a Juggernaut. stuff. This is a bullseye. Her juggernaut. Bullseye. Just give me a second.
All right.
Okay. This. Okay. This is a bullseye knocking down Juggernaut, the Juggernaut with his blows, and Bullseye has been able to fight has been able to fight Elektra before, and injure her, and she's still able to take hits from Bullseye as he's able to basically drop the Juggernaut. And another thing I have for another thing I have for Elektra is that she was able to basically abuse the Punisher. She's beaten down the Punisher before, and Punisher has taken hits from Red Hulk before. Let me just post a scan of Punisher taking hits from the Red Hulk. Okay. Just hold on a second. This might take a minute. So like, do you have anything to like say while I'm like looking for this?
Yeah. All right. For that bullseye feat. All right. One. All right. One. Bullseye didn't hurt Juggernaut at all. Like literally at all. Not even 1%. Two. That Juggernaut was massively depowered. Anyway, he didn't. I'm pretty sure he didn't have most of his powers during that arc. So I'm gonna need more context of like what happened after what happened, like after he knocked him down.
I mean, like, okay, like, can you prove that was a depowered Juggernaut?
Oh, you're really all right. Looks like I gotta go find this coming. And also, I can just say that it's an outlier for a bullseye anyway, because he's not consistently on that level. That's just point number 3. Might as well say it. Oh.
Fuck is this Punisher scheme thing?
I am so hot. This is too much. Where's my fan? Oh, there it is.
Okay, Jesus Christ! I finally found the Red Hulk thing. So, so like, would you like me to go and address what you would say at the moment?
I don't have nothing to say at the moment. I'm still about to find this Juggernaut being depowered.
Okay, okay. First, I'm supposed to scan that I'm looking for ages. Wait, no, not that one. Delete that. I have to delete that. Okay, this is the Red Hulk. This is the Red Hulk injuring Frank Castle, and and Elektra has been able to. Or she's also fought against Daredevil. He's also beaten the living shit out of the Punisher before.
King of that.
Just whenever it loads. Okay, just hold on. Let's see what else.
Okay, let's see here.
Let's see what else I got. That's him flat out taking the hit.
Bro, that Red Hulk. Are you sure that's Red Hulk?
That's Red Hulk. That's Red Hulk. Man.
Why does he look like that?
I think it was. I think he was going through an art style change or something. But he did. But he still had the same powers.
Alright, so, of course, two possible explanations. I mean, reasons for this happening. Was Red Hulk going all out? Was he trying to kill him?
Yeah, he was.
Alright, so I'm just going to say it's an outlier then, because that's what it is. He's been hurt by way weaker things consistently before. I don't think you can really say that him taking hits from Red Hulk can be a feat, when this is probably a one-time thing. Same with the Bullseye. And also with the Bullseye thing, actually, let me just say that when I actually find the comment. Because he was depowered, because that was during the arc where he was fighting with the X-Men, and he lost some of his powers.
Well, this. Well, oh no, not that. No, let me not use that feat. Okay, this is the same Punisher that has flat out taken hits from a blood from like a bloodlusted Spider-Man. And this Spider-Man was stated that he was not holding back this time. So we can't use the usual Spider-Man was holding back this time, because this time it was flat out stated it was flat out stated that he was not holding back. Let me get that feat.
Alright, so are you going to say that Spider-Man not holding back is equal or greater to Red Hulk going all out?
Well, considering the amount of characters he's been able to harm, including Red Hulk himself, I would say so. Because he has harmed Red Hulk before. Let me just find that Punisher feat. That Spider-Man was actually not holding back this time. Okay. He said, okay, where is it? Right here. I've taken the high road. This implies that before that he's holding back, but it implies that in this scan I'm about to show, that Spider-Man is not holding back. In this situation, and Spider-Man has been able to blitz and hurt characters like Thor before. Spider-Man has also been able to hurt characters like the Juggernaut. No, he's been able to hurt characters of that range in strength. And Elektra has bodied the Punisher too. And
oh my god. Oh, sorry, that wasn't directed to her. That's my grandma.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, this is Punisher harming Wolverine with a punch, and we know for a fact Wolverine's taking hits. Characters. So, have posters.
Wait, what is this game with Wolverine?
Pardon me?
Wait, what is this game with Logan? Wait, what's happening here?
They were brawling.
Wait, that's the Punisher?
Oh yeah, that's the Punisher, Frank Castle.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait.
Look at his face. That's the Punisher. All right.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now let me just.
But in this fight, like he literally punches Logan and he breaks his hand.
He still was able to like hurt Logan. Oh, fine. He's also
not
able to still
really.
hurt Logan though. Okay, fine.
Not.
Okay, fine. I'll just show Punisher after I show this electric feat. I'll just show Punisher.
I'll do that.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. No, I'll feed chasing a bit.
You want to come back right quick?
Yeah, just give me a second.
Yeah, that's cool. I need to get up for durability soon. This durability for a long ass time. quit that scan. Oh, this video can do some editing. Anyone in VC opinions on the debate so far?
Say that again.
Does anyone in VC have any opinions? Do y'all like the debate so far on accent?
I'll save them for the judging.
I'm only asking if you like it. So,
All right, I'm back.
yeah.
All right, so like before we left off, I was asking like he actually didn't hurt Logan in that scan. Like, he broke his hand technically.
What? Okay, hold on. Sorry, I'm just looking for this one fucking Punisher scan. Oh god, just hold on a second. It's driving me crazy. Okay, just hold on a second. It's fuck. Okay, shit. Okay, this one. Okay, I guess this one I'm gonna work with. Okay. Uh, this this is the Punisher the Punisher like I'm sorry, I'm making
It's all right, man.
fuck's this scam?
Mm.
Okay, do you just take my word for it that Electric can hurt the Punisher?
I know she can hurt the Punisher, but I don't believe that the Punisher is constantly on Wolverine's or what's his face level or on Logan's level.
Okay, Julian, just tell me this. Do you agree that Electra that Elektra can hurt Punisher?
Yes, I do.
Okay, fine. Okay, thank God I can move this. I can move on. Okay, what are your issues with the Wolverine feat?
He literally punched Wolverine and broke his hand. He didn't even
I
hurt
mean,
Wolverine.
like, where in the scan does it say that? In my scan, the plan I posted anyway.
Alright, we're talking about the one where they're like fighting this like World War V Wolverine and Punisher, right?
Yeah, I'm just talking about.
Alright, and he was just like too tired for a long fight, roll under attack, and take him with one and then he punches him. His fist is crack, and his sentence is cutting it off. I don't have the full content. I don't know what happens after this page, but that heavily implies that he broke his hand, and Wolverine isn't even phased by it. So he broke his hand. So he doesn't scale to Wolverine at all. And it's consistent because he
Yo,
doesn't scale to people with like Captain America or Thor or Red Hulk or Spider Man. He's always constantly getting hurt by them.
don't take this the wrong way, but can you prove that he broke his hand?
What?
Don't be mad, but can you prove that true about break his hand or anything that implied it?
It literally says, and take him out with one put. He cuts off. His hand says crack. So he's cut out. His cut off. His hand says crack. Wolverine is completely unfazed by it, so it implies that he broke his hand. Or you can just go ahead and post the scan that happens after that. Or do you have evidence that he didn't break his hand, that he's actually hurting Wolverine? Even that's fine.
Okay, let me see what I have. Let me see what I have for Punisher Wolverine fights.
I mean, you can just post what happens after that, or you can just tell me how he didn't break his hand.
Sure. Hmm. There is my Punisher hurting Wolverine, but man, the malady. Okay, let me find my fight again. And after this, you want to move away from durability? I think we've been on this forever.
No, because like I still don't believe that Elektra still scales to these people. You're saying
Well,
like she
okay
doesn't
then.
scale like the bullseye feet. I can't find the comment. Of course, I could find it, but that's too much work. But that was a depowered Juggernaut. It's an outlier for a bullseye anyway.
I
Um,
mean, did you, wait? So can you still prove that's not a power?
I mean, I don't have to prove that because I can say that's an outlier, which it is an outlier because he's not.
I'll address that in a minute.
Okay, and not to mention that he didn't even hurt Juggernaut in that skin. He just says, "Hey," falls down the steps. I mean, he doesn't scale to Juggernaut at all. Like he didn't hurt him. I don't even know how he even managed to land a hit on him, but he sure didn't hurt him like you're saying that he did. So it's an outlier. Simple.
Okay, so let me before I deal with the bullseye feet. Let me address because if I have the chronology, if I have the chronology correct, then this is what happened directly the supposed crack. Because when it says crank like that, it could also be just saying that the Punisher hit Wolverine very hard, really hard. Because sometimes in comic books you have it to where if a character hits someone, there's like a certain sound effect. So that just because the Punisher saying crank doesn't necessarily mean that the Punisher broke his hand. It could also just imply that the Punisher actually hurt Wolverine so much that the comic had to make note of it.
Then
And
why did he cut off his sentence?
cut off his sen- where is
Yeah,
this
he
cutting off
said
senses part?
because he says then I'll take him out with one pump, and he doesn't even finish it.
I don't. So like, what's like? Are you trying to say he broke his hand because he
It
got cut
like
off the
his straight
sentence?
because multiple things. Like his train of thought stopped. Like I'm going to take him with one punt. He stopped his train of thought. It says a crack noise right beside his fist, so it implies he's broke. Well, it doesn't matter anyway because we have the
No.
skin that you just put. We'll leave it up to a Tory to decide where to that point.
Yeah.
Um,
Let me just address that one. Let me just address that one more time.
all right.
Still, the scan I posted it. The scan I posted it could just have the chronology correct. It could just be that he was cut off because Wolverine tried to slash him after that, or the crank like I said to emphasize how hard the Punisher has hurt him. So that's all I have to
I
say
mean,
about that.
wait, did you
Well,
post a page of what happened after this?
yeah, if I have the chronology correct, this is directly what happened after this. Wolverine tried to slash him. Then the Punisher tagged Wolverine. We hear a thud. And since we're using comic book words now, like that the thud means that there was a significant impact against Wolverine. This in the same scan. It also implies that the woof and the crank also also me also means that the thing did a lot of damage. And also to address the whole crank thing from the last point, you're saying the crank in that scan can, but in this scan I'm showing the same sound effect crank happened. Is Wolverine's jaw broken? I don't think so. Is the gun broke? Is the butt of the gun broken? As we can visibly see, the butt of the gun is not broken. So clearly, crank in this context does not mean that anything is broken. It just means the force of the blow applied. That's what I'm saying with that.
All right. We can just leave it to Torches. Did you ever like post what happens directly after that scan?
The scan with the crank.
Yeah, what happens like directly after that?
It's like if I have the chronology right, the recent scan I posted is what directly happened afterwards. That's when I found anyway.
Okay, I mean,
If you
I
if you would
guess.
like, I could go looking for
No, we
more.
don't have to do that. We don't have to do all of that now.
So like, do you want to move on to skill? Because we've really been on this durability point for a long ass time. Not gonna lie.
I mean, yeah, I guess I was like,
We'll just let
a
the we'll
Tor
just
decide.
we'll let the
Yeah.
tour decide on that one.
Oh my god!
Okay.
And I just found the skin of Juggernaut being depowered. I mean, not depowered. Well, it doesn't matter. Oh yeah, did you ever address the bullseye point though?
Oh shit, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't do that. Shit. Okay. Let's see what I have for that. Okay. Well, Bullseye. Well, Bullseye. He has been able to harm Elektra before, and Elektra, and Elektra has been able to harm characters such as like Wolverine, and Wolverine scales to people like the Juggernaut, and scales to people like Thor, like Thor and stuff. So if there's nothing more, if there's not anything else to be said, we can move on. We can move on to the skill point.
All right, before we move on to skill, which is going to be even longer than this, I'm just going to go. I'm just going to say that, of course, Bullseye really doesn't. He doesn't have any other feats other than that. He doesn't really scale or have any other
If you
demonstrable
I go
strength feats.
I go looking I could go looking for more goals.
Nah,
no,
that's all right. I mean, you can go ahead
okay.
and do it, but I don't think I think we should move on.
All I have to say is that he was able to harm Daredevil, and Daredevil has taken hits from the Hulk, but we'll just move on to skill. Okay, so since I'm pretty since I started the whole durability section of this debate, how about we move on to skill? How about you start off with skill?
All right. So you want me to start off, or you want to start off?
I started. I started off with durability, so you could start off with skill this time.
All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and say that Jason Todd is top 5 most hand-to-hand skill competitors in DC. Um, before the training with Lady Shiva, he was trash. You know, he got beat by Fodder pretty easily. But after
True.
he got but after he trained with Lady Shiva for those couple of weeks, he got a massive skill buff to the point where he's capable of doing things like no dissing Lady Shiva with a single nerve strike to the back of the head. So he's pretty skilled because if we go by a list of martial arts scaling, Lady Sheila has been able to do things like go hand in hand with Richard Dragon and Connor Hawkeye, who are some of the other
It's
top
Connor
strong.
Hawk.
Yeah, Connor Hawk, who are also some of the best hand in hand combatants in DC. Richard Dragon has trained Batman. He's trained Nightwing. Batman. He's fought people like Ra's al Ghul. He's also fought people such as Slade and Deathstroke. And Jason Todd, he's capable of completely no diffing all these people, as he has beaten all of them on one occasion or another. So his skill is massive. So you can go ahead and start.
Okay. Okay. For I'll start. Okay. Addressing the Lady Shiva point, because like that that Jason beating Lady Shiva was the main component of the skill argument. So there's just that would be good, but there's a massive hole in that reasoning because Lady Shiva, the only reason that Jason Todd beat her because Lady Shiva taught him a specific move Jason Todd has a move that she taught him how to beat her. So literally, Lady Shiva basically just told him how to a technique that was solely dedicated to beating Lady Shiva. So the Lady Shiva thing doesn't really count because he has a move that it's like a hard counter for her. It's not like a direct skill because without that specific technique, I don't think that he scales to Lady Shiva. But since like she literally used that one technique that she taught him, and I'll post that. I'll post that. After that, I'll get it into my skill. My just to debunk the whole Lady Shiva thing. Since Jason Todd beat him with the technique that she taught him how to do. And for Elektra. God, it's gonna be a blessing long. Okay, so starting off, she was able to lay the hands on on, on Daredevil, and Daredevil is capable of fighting characters such as Iron Fist. What closer? No, he's enabled. Oh, Iron Daredevil. He's actually outmatched Black Panther. This was the Shuri version of Black Panther. But she did have the same training as T'Challa and T'Challa, Black Panther. And I know this is gonna make Tori mad. So I'm just gonna deal with it. Daredevil was able to incapacitate to chop Black Panther before. I don't know if you remember this scan before. So he was able to incapacitate T'Challa. Also, and just post Daredevil. And Elektra is able to pretty casually fool on there. Also, there's the infamous fight of where Daredevil he fought 107 armed Yakuza men. And all of them was carrying swords, guns, and bats, and half of them was hopped up with substance, an drug that makes you strong enough to punch the humans. So yeah. So this is the whole explanation of the fight, showing how many levels there, weapons they used, and stating that they was put on the MGH substance. And MGH is a drug that increases your strength. It's similar, actually. So Daredevil at least body 50 people that had super strength. Also, Elektra was able to body a guy who could literally copy your fighting skills and use it against you, and she was able to put him down. And for reference, and also Taskmaster, he defeat a cat is a guy who's consistently mashed Shang-Chi in a contest skill and electric scale for that consideration Taskmaster. And she's also stalemate. Black Widow is a woman who she was able to beat. She was able to beat all coming out, and she it was basically gave them all the hands. Give every last one of them the hands. Then this is Black Widow giving 100 men the hands. And probably most likely she was able to stalemate arguably in my opinion Iron Fist Danny Rand. This fight was going back and forth. Might have arguably beating him, or at the very least, Iron Fist had to resort to his chi because he didn't think he could handle it because he couldn't beat her in like a raw hand to hand fight. And this is the same. This is the same Iron Fist who was stated that he has said that he has infinite ways to kill him now. And Elektra was able to fight her. And finally, I believe is the most important one, is her fight against his name. Karaki.
Who?
Karaki. Okay, whatever. Discount Ninja's nigga's name, because God knows I can't. Okay, so and Karagi has centuries of experience. And this is important because Red Hood either scales to or below Batman in terms of fighting skill. and Batman got bodied by O-Sensei. And O-Sensei is a guy with centuries worth of experience. So, Elektra was able to defeat a guy with centuries worth of experience, and he had a hero to boot, while Red Hood, who scales below or to Batman, got bodied by someone who has centuries worth of experience. Oh, Sensei. So with all this long, so forgive me for it being this long, but I believe all of this firmly puts her skill above Red Hood. Sorry if this was this long, if this was so long.
It's okay. Mine's won't be that long, but it'll be like kind of long. Alright, for Lady Shiva Dang, I'll admit that yeah, it will be because, for example, he was able to fight against the Man-Bats who were trained by Lady Shiva for actual years, and he was trained by her for 6 weeks, and he was able to complete. And he was able to dodge all of them, counterattack. He wasn't. He was able to not low diff, no diff. Cassandra Kane, and Cassandra Kane has been able to beat Shiva twice, and he no diff. Let me see if I can get that skin for you. Where is it? And also we have what is it called? Shoot. Oh yeah, we also have beating the Talons at one time. A group of Talons at one time that were surrounding him. Let me post that one right quick before I post the Cassandra one. And these Talons were actually causing people such as Nightwing trouble to even take down. Let me see if I can find this Cassandra one. No, I'm gonna find this one where he's no diffing Cassandra. There it is.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so let me post this. Alright, so here he is, no diffing Cassandra Kane. And Cassandra Kane is capable of no diffing people such as Nightwing. And Nightwing scales to Batman. Actually, Cassandra scales above Batman because he knows that she's his superior in hand-to-hand combat. And today with Batman, Jason has already beaten Batman twice. The first time Batman was holding Bat understandably, but the second time he high diff. Well, yeah, I would say that he high diff or mid diff him. And also the comparison with O Sensei is like incredibly skilled. Like I'm pretty sure that he has century, even with his centuries worth of skill. I'm pretty sure that he is still skilled, more skilled than the person that Elektra fought. And also, what is his face? Ra's al Ghul is 700 years old, and Batman consistently ties with him and beats him. We also have Jason doing things like no diffing Slade or Deathstroke, and we also have him. What is it called? Actually, never mind. I forgot what I was about to say. Unfortunately, but yeah. So we also have that scaling chain. Oh yeah, he was able to beat what is his name? He was able to beat a Talon and Mr. Freeze at the exact same time. And like I said before, the Talons are masterful assassins. They're capable of high diffing, not high diffing. They're capable. Nightwing had high diff, but he struggled to beat one. But Jason is effortlessly defeating all of these Talons all at one time. So there we go. I have that skill. Well, Jason has that skill.
Okay. Good feats.
Oh yeah.
Good feats.
Oh yeah. Also, just to say that Cassandra Kane's ability is basically like Taskmaster. She can like copy a person and read them. Oh, but Cassandra Kane, he was capable of reading her, reading him. I mean, no, she was capable of reading her, reading him. So he basically countered that ability because he's that good at reading people. So yeah, I'm finished.
Okay, so I'll just start. Deathstroke. Let's see, what do I got for Deathstroke? Okay, for freaking Deathstroke. Deathstroke, what was it? He was like tired, he was like tired and injured. Like before that fight, he was tired, and at that time, Deathstroke he had like limited healing at the time. I think his healing factor was in whack. So this was this was not a fully powered Deathstroke, and I still think the and I don't and I with the with the Lady Shiva thing. I I still don't see how like saying like I still don't think that like Jason scales to like Lady Shiva since like she taught him how to beat her essentially and back with Batman. Honestly, considering Red Hood is one of the Robins, his former Robin, Batman was most likely holding him back. Besides, Batman holds back in his fights, like in general, and this is compounded by the fact that Batman beat Red Hood, Jason Todd, and Jason he had some prep on him at the time. He had some prep on him at the time, but 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 Batman still bodied his ass. That's,
You finished?
yeah, that's like the whole fight, and Jason had some prep at the time. Also here's Batman. This man being with the quickness, and one more thing, one more Batman, and this is him beating down. This is him beating down Red Hood again for the third time. Just post that again. Beat Batman beating down on our poor boy Red Hood over here. And and let's see, to address the Cassandra Cain, he's like from what I heard anyway. Except bringing up Cassandra Cain at the most, it just like equalizes like equalizes like
Wait, can you repeat that?
what?
Can you repeat that?
Okay. I'm saying that bringing up the whole Cassandra Cain thing, bringing up the whole Cassandra Cain thing, it's like at most that puts them on like even playing field when it comes to just the Taskmaster thing. And if I remember correctly, there was a time where Cassandra Cain lost the ability to predict opponents at the time, and and also also since I've shown 3 occasions of Batman beating the Red Hood, I wouldn't say that Red Hood really escaped. And also, Lady Shiva has held back against Batman before, and also with I'm like like still still he still had centuries worth of experience. Like he was like, is everything okay over there?
No. Wait, continue.
Okay. Since I still had centuries, years worth of experience, if I remember that story correctly, Rachel Ghul actually needed Batman's help to deal with Osensei being Rachel's grandma. Yeah. So he's logically been fighting longer than Rachel Ghul. Rachel Ghul. So also to be fighting longer than Rachel Ghul, so it likely be more skilled than Rachel. Also since Elektra Iron Fist. Iron Fist, my boy Iron Fist. Iron Fist himself defeated a ninja with thousands of years, with literally thousands of years of of experience. So Elektra was able to beat a guy who has centuries years of experience, and she was able to Iron Fist, and Iron Fist has fought people with 2,000 years worth of experience. She's been able to match him blow for blow, and there was also this occasion where she simultaneously bodied bought Hercules and Zeus. Now calm down. They were depowered at the time, I'm bringing this up is because Hercules is still a skilled fighter. Like Thor has outright admit that Hercules appeared to himself. This is the thing that Hercules is, and Hercules is also proficient with the tactics and strategies of literally hundreds of human cultures, and since Elektra has been able to fight against Iron Fist, Iron Fist has been able to fight against Black Panther, and Black Panther has the knowledge and fighting of every Black Panther throughout the course of their history. So I would still say that her martial arts scale above Red Hood.
Okay. Okay. So let me begin with you that countering my points. I'll begin with the Batman thing. Of course, that was before Red Hood got that massive amp with Lady Shiva, so that really doesn't matter. Also, Cassandra Cain did Red Hood. I mean, not Red Hood. Jason literally says in that skin I posted of him fighting Cassandra that I can read you reading me, so she did have her powers in that fight. And like I said, it's consistent that he's above Lady Shiva because you didn't disprove that Cassandra beat Lady Shiva twice and Jason no-diffed her. So there's that. Listen what else you also said. I forgot a couple of points to what you said, so my bad. Oh yeah, like I said before, he's consistently above Lady Shiva. He's been able to beat people such as the Talons. I mean, the man bats who have trained under Lady Shiva for years. No diffed them. Of course, he no diffed the Talons who Nightwing had to high diff to fight. Like he was literally bleeding after it, and was I wouldn't say near death, but pretty banged up. Maybe net death, but it doesn't matter. So he still does scale above Lady Shiva, and like I said before, again with Batman, he scales above Batman because Batman has directly stated that, Cassandra Cain is my superior hand-to-hand combat. I can go all out on her. Nightwing has said that, thanks to your ability, I can go all out on you without worrying about your safety. So, well, of course, when sparring. So she's above the Bat family consistently. And we have Jason Todd. Oh my god. Oh, that's a rat. Oh.
That's a rat?
Oh my god, that gave me a heart attack. A rat just came out of a... Oh my god, it looked right at me. But anyway.
Damn, it's Ratatouille out here.
That's what I'm saying. But, like I said, and Jason's beating her, so he scales above Batman. So even if Batman did beat him those 3 times, he's consistently above Batman because, like I said before, he's taken down Shiva He's taking out Shiva's cronies. He's taking down Cassandra King. So he should be above Batman. And also we have you saying that O Sensei with Batman and all that. Well, Batman is O Sensei is like top three most skilled hand to hand combatants in DC. So losing to him isn't really an anti feat. It's just a feat for O Sensei because of how skilled he is. And like I said, Batman has defeated Ra's al Ghul. I mean, not defeated, but stalemated Ra's al Ghul multiple times, and he's 100 years old. Also, to your skins now, Zeus and Herc. Zeus, you said that Zeus was skilled, but Zeus doesn't have the skill feat. He has experience for sure, but experience doesn't always mean skill, as in this case, because he doesn't have the as impressive feats displaying these skill feats. I know he has knowledge of human culture, but just having knowledge doesn't equate to skill either. Also think with Hercules. With Hercules, I know Doris said, Doris like, Hercules is way better than me, but Dora isn't all those Captain America levels of skill like Daredevil was. So outskilling Hercules isn't really that much of a feat when he doesn't have the skill feats that any of the other Avengers have or any other street tier heroes have. Let's see what else you said. The Iron Fist one, I don't see nothing wrong with the Iron Fist scaling. Her scaling to Iron Fist and skill. That's completely fine. But everything else you said wasn't. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. Let you respond.
Okay. Okay. So okay. Before I like address some of the things you say, I just need you to answer one question. What specific year of the comic that Lady Shiva trained Red Hood? What was the specific year of the comic?
I'll have to find it right quick because
Okay, so what?
I'm not sure if it was Rebirth or I think it was. Was it New 52? I don't know. I'll look it up right quick.
Okay, I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that thing right quick. But so
And like I said, like I said, even if what is his name? Even if
I'm
the
gonna address the
Batman
points right
didn't.
now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go
I'm
ahead.
just okay. While you're looking for that, I'm just gonna start addressing the points you made. So let's see, what's the point? Some of the points. So let me start with the O Sensei part. Like address like addressing the O Sensei part. But I mean Red isn't actually like defeated Lady Shiva in like a fit in like an actual like fair fight and like and and still Batman has also defeated Lady Shiva with quickness for. So let me just post that. Let me just post that again. Batman has also beaten Lady Shiva with the quickness, I might add. And let's and to address like the let me address the Hercules thing. To address the Hercules thing. But it doesn't. It's not just like years off of his life. I'm not saying he's automatically a better fighter because he's lived long. I'm saying because he's literally has been fighting for that period in time. And where the hell did I put the Herc shit? Okay, and he wasn't just proficient with just the knowledge of human cultures. He also has the skills and tactics and strategies of hundreds and of hundreds of hundreds of humans of human cultures, and also a force been alive for a really long has been along for a really long time and has been fighting for that for all that. And so I would still say they're still very skilled combatants. And to address the Red Hood thing, Cause I have one of the scans I've shown is a really recent example of Red Hood getting bodied. So I would like to know what specific year of the comic he was trained in Shang-Chi was. What specific year? And 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 still Elektra has Elektra is still skilled enough. Is still skilled enough to beat opponents with 2,000 years of experience, or thousands of years of experience. And Batman does scale to Red Hood in terms of combat prowess, and he still got bodied by an opponent with centuries of years of experience. While I've shown Elektra beating an opponent with centuries of years of experience, so I'm not only gonna know what specific year the comic was made when he was trained by Lady Shiva, but I'm also gonna need a feat of Red Hood competing with someone that has centuries to 2,000s of years of experience, pretty much thousands of years. And also she does scale, and since she did fight Iron Fist scales to Black Panther, whose dynasty goes back at the bare thousands of years, goes back to thousands, if not millions of years, and Black Panther has the knowledge of all of them, and Iron Fist is able to compete with that, and she is able to compete with Iron Fist. Also, she's able to compete with Iron Fist, and Iron Fist was stated to have supposedly infinite different ways to kill an opponent. So I'm gonna need that.
Okay, so I don't need to find a scan of him training with Lady. I don't need to find a date of him training with Lady Shiva because I've consistently showed you fighting opponents that are above Shiva's cronies who scale above Batman, the Talons who give Batman and the Robins a different. In the other example, it's like Slade, but still, like, but I'll find it anyway. But still, though, we still haven't debunked him. No different, Cassandra Cain, who beat Lady Shiva twice. So, like I said, like the scaling is there, and it's not debunkable because he's done it on a consistent basis. And also, like, I don't need to find him being a person of centuries years old because of the fact that the people who I named, like that ninja who has 2,000 years of experience, that's nice and all, but experience doesn't translate to skill because in this case, that ninja has no other skill feats except for, of course, fighting Iron Fist. And like I said, I have nothing wrong with the Black Panther one because Black Panther actually has skill feats of its own combined with the experience, but the ninja only has experience in one feat of fighting against Iron Fist. So how skilled he is, or in the fact that he's compatible or comparable to Iron Fist. But like I said before, the people that Jason Todd has beaten scale above that. I'm not scale above, scale to the people that they fight, for example. So I'm just about to go ahead and find the comic year that he trained under Lady Shiva.
Okay, so can I respond, or are you still going?
Oh, I'm finished.
To address that, let me start with the ninja. Okay,
Okay.
so you're basically telling me, right? If you've been fighting, if you have martial arts training, because you've trained in martial arts for 20 years, you're telling me that a person of at least 20 years worth of experience would lose to someone who's been fighting for 2,000 years?
Can you repeat that last part?
Oh, I'm just okay. Yeah. Oh shit. We're gonna wrap it up soon, Tatsy. Trust me. Okay. So anyway, back what I was saying. basically you're telling me if you have martial arts training of 40 years, you would beat someone who has martial arts training of two of 2,000 years, and you're saying the ninjas doesn't really have much feats, but has one feat, but that one feat is impressive enough because he's fighting the Iron Fist, the same Iron Fist who's able to fight against people like Captain America, who can instantly adapt to your fighting style. Iron Fist is the same Iron Fist who's fought against who's Black Panther, who has the knowledge and experience of every single Black Panther throughout the course of their entire history, and the fact that infinite ways to kill someone, and still, the most experience you've shown me is centuries. I'm showing you Electra competing with someone who's fought someone who has 2,000 years worth worth of fighting experience. And let's see. Let me see what else I have. Just hold on a second. He was also still. Batman has fought against Karate Kid, who was slated to be the best fighter in all of DC. So we have
Wait,
Batman
can you
fighting.
repeat that?
Okay, we have Batman fighting against Karate Kid, who is a
Okay.
fighter in all of DC. And that's what else I got. Compounding on the fact that, let's see. Just one second. Let's see what else. Hell. Batman's even had a fairly even fight with Cassandra Cain before, which I'm about to show right now. Hell, like the direct hand, Batman was still faced like Cassandra Cain, and even still, like, hold on a sec. Hold on a second. Let me see if there's anything else. Just hold on a second. Okay. Hold on a second. Let's see if it's true before I say this. People not like Nightwing have been a someone like Nightwing had the advantage against Cassandra, and from what you have consistently told me, at least the providers are telling client, is saying that he's a better martial artist than than someone like Nightwing. But then we have Nightwing facing Cassandra Cain in combat. Hell.
Wait, can you post a scene of that? Her facing
Which
him in combat? Oh, never mind.
uh,
Never mind.
yeah, it's right there. Hell, Nightwing has even gave the hands to Jake before. Gave him the absolute hand, and still there's no way someone who's been fighting for less than a century and who's shown to only keep up with people and is possibly can't even compete with people of centuries years worth of experience, going against someone who can beat someone of centuries years worth of experience, and even someone has 2000s years worth of like of fighting experience. Let me see if I have like one more thing on that on Nightwing. Let me see if I have like one more thing on him. I mean, okay, let's. Yeah. Okay, yeah. That's about all I have. I'm pretty sure
All
I've
right.
addressed all your points. Pretty sure I
All right,
addressed them
so
all.
of course I'll start off with the experience point. I don't want to stay too long because of course Tori wants us to wrap it up. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say that I wasn't saying that ninja wasn't skilled, but compared to the other opponents that Jason has fought, for example, Lady Shiva, Cassandra Cain, Batman, of course, he's pales in comparison. Experience does not equal skill because he doesn't have the necessary skill feats to suggest that he's on that level, except for fighting with Iron Fist, which is a good feat in itself. But it's not all that. It's not an impressive feat for Iron Fist because he's over here fighting him, and he's vastly superior. All right, so I'm
That
not going to
does
get
not
into
make a
that.
lot of honestly. That does not make a lot of sense. It's
Well,
like
I'll just leave it to a Tory to decide. I kind of rushed through that.
honestly, no offense, but it sounded like you debunked yourself. I might be wrong, but that's what it sounded like to me.
If you want, I could clarify what he was trying to say.
Oh no, you can say that. You can say that for the judging.
All right.
Okay, so I think we
All right.
got
So
all the
with
points.
the wait, what are you saying?
So I think
Oh, let me just wait. Let me just let me just address your trying to debunk the he's not consistently on that level. Like I said
okay.
before, he's beating Cassandra King, Lady Shiva, all that real good people who have constantly beaten people such as Nightwing. And like I said before, also Nightwing does not scale to Cassandra King. Like that's just one scan of him just like saying, I haven't even got enough damage yet. And in that fight with Batman, she literally has the upper hand a whole fight. But anyway.
Okay,
Um
is that it?
also wait, and just this last point and I'll be finished. And also, like I said before, he's beating groups of Talons like no diff them and what is his name? Nightwing had to high diff when he fought one Talon. So that should automatically put Jason above Nightwing in skill. So I'm finished. All right, now we gotta move on to gear because that's
Oh,
does Litra have any gear?
she got I don't. Yeah, it's not even like worth going because like all she really got is like her size and like some tear gas. So like it's not even worth going over gear.
Oh, I'll just go ahead. Oh, I'll just say that Jason's gear. He can turn invisible if he needs to. He has guns. All that really stuff. It really
Um,
doesn't matter.
well,
Like
invisibility is not gonna matter since she's
yeah,
matched it.
true.
So, I mean, like since she's like fought the Punisher and the Punisher has Bulu'd on Blind Spot, who's literally fights you while invisible. So I don't know. I don't think it's gonna count much.
True. Oh yeah, and also, like I showed with the Artemis scan, if Elektra tries to go up close, he can just zap her with his zoot. Just minor things like that to give him the advantage. But I think we should move on to conclusions. I just
And
wanted to just get that out there.
we can move to conclusions. So since I started since I think I started the debate, I think you do the conclusions first.
All right. So in conclusion, feel as if I feel as oh come on. Anyway, I think I proved that Jason Todd has better strength than Elektra by providing the scaling of using Artemis. The same with speed and durability. Basically, using Artemis as a benchmark because she managed to keep up with casual Wonder Woman and a Wonder Man. Um, and I also feel as if I proved that he had more skill than, or he's at least as skilled as Elektra, not the gigantic gap that he was implying to have. I mean, that Elektra has over him, and I feel as if his gear would help him minorly in the fight with Elektra if he needs to use it. So I'm just gonna leave it off there.
Okay, so in conclusion, I believe Elektra would win because her size have shown the bit because I've theorized that her size might have a bit of durability negation, considering how it's easily stabbed through Red Hulk, the Green Hulk, and Red Hulk, to the point where Red Hulk even theorizes that that is made of adamantium. And so I believe that his size could easily pierce through his, and as he's shown, Artemis still got close to do a punch. I believe that if that since Elektra have to get close for that electricity to even work, but she still landed a punch before he could go off. So I believe she'll make that a stab, and it can also